I wonder what their parents will think about her. Wait, I'm trying to go back to this. The beginning of you guys' comment. Oh, I wonder why Santos was crying. Oh, that's what you guys are talking about. Apparently, this is what he said. Oh, Ashes. Okay. This is what he said why he was crying. He was crying because that was the day he was doing the promise ring thing. He said he had put in a whole bunch of work and he just wanted that day to be perfect. It's something that he had planned out. He wanted to see, he spent a lot of time and money trying to do. And she was just, he said that she didn't know it was happening, which we know it was happening. Because she said on live before, something big is happening tomorrow. Make sure you guys sub. You're only going to know about it if you sub. So make sure you sub. Go sub. Blah, blah, blah. But he said that she was just being bitch that day. And she just kept nitpicking and picking fights. And he was frustrated because he said, just not today. Like any other day. If you need to fight any other day, do that. Just not today. Give me today to be a perfect day. I just want this day to be memorable and perfect. And he started crying because he was getting frustrated. And she was like, you're just so sensitive. She completely dismisses anybody else's feelings but her own. But don't let anybody else dismiss her feelings because, oh, hell no. Hey, Rita. She appreciates absolutely nothing, Emily. You're right. Remember when Itai bought her the Apple Watch and then the shoes, how disrespectful she was about that? When he was telling the guy at the store his complete name and she like, yeah, it's like, she thinks she's like top shelf, but she's not. She's really, really not. She thinks a lot more of herself than what she is. And again, how do you even claim to be this amazing woman when you birthed a child a year ago? And you can't, 2 hours is pushing it. Like after 2 hours of being with your child, mind you, it's only 5 days out of the month. You get 7, but you only do 5, right? So she's spending about 10 hours, maybe 12 on a good month with her child, and she has to take a nap and have a couple of drinks right after she sees him. That's crazy work. If you don't want to be a mom, if you're not ready, do the responsible thing. Sign him over. Just sign him over right now. And put a thing in there that within a certain amount of time, I would like, once I get myself together, I would like the option to be able to start with supervised visits again to see if we can reconnect. If not, then it's going to have to be when he's older and he understands if that's what he wants. But what's the purpose of going through the entire court process, the whole trial, everything, just for 2K to spend all of this money for what? It doesn't make any sense to me. But it's because she wants to be able to say, well, that's because John fell for custody and John did this, John took him away. Listen, Bree. If you were a mother and you were doing what a mother is supposed to do, a judge wouldn't give him to his father. No matter how great his father is, a judge would not give a couple-month-old baby to the father full time. It doesn't happen. It's because of your actions. That's why the child is where the child needs to be. It scares me to think if 2K was not as a responsible man as he was, and if he didn't mature, because remember, he wasn't during the pregnancy. These are his words. I was young and immature and I wasn't ready either. I did and said a lot of dumb things, but the minute I saw my son, I grew up. I needed to change because I wanted to be there for my child. The minute she saw her son, she thought, thank God I can finally go drink. Yeah, he took his parenting class. He did everything he needs to do. And he's admitted to the things that he did. Of the things that are going around, the videos from back then, which I don't even think are bad. And he admitted to doing insane things that, were not right, and he shouldn't have said them, but he grew from them. I have never heard Bree take any type of accountability at all. Absolutely none. 2K said it best. Went from full custody to 50-50 to 25-75 supervised with 0. Absolutely. And all of that is based off of her. Right? 50-50 is how it should be. But during that 50-50, she gave him an extra week, so she only had him for that 1 week. That's when the judge said, okay, so in the last 4 months, you have proven that you can only handle 7 days a week, so we're going to go 7 days a week. That happened for, I think it was 2 months. On the 3rd month, that's when she took him out of state, and now it's supervised only. It's absolutely mind-boggling to me. I spend more time with my grandkids than she does her own child. Yeah, Nikki, that blows my mind. She legitimately feels like that she's going to get 50-50 custody. Yeah, Bonnie, I saw that too. When she found out she was having a boy, not a girl. Yeah, she wanted a girl. She gets back to LA and spends over $10,000 on herself. That's the thing that gets me too, Mary. I say all the time, I will live in a tent. I will live on a bench. I will wear rags. Eat ramen. I will give up Diet Coke. I will start drinking water from a puddle if that's what I needed to do to see my child. I'm telling you now, I so wish I could be at that court hearing. That judge is going to be so irate with her. I don't know if she's going to be irate. I think she's going to be disappointed and then just grant him full custody. Because she has completely shown the judge gave her a free pass. We're going to forget everything that happened. Everything's happened from here. So May 2nd to August 22nd, I want you to show me what you can do. I want you to prove that you can be a parent. I want you to take your classes, go to therapy, go to your rehab. On your visitation time, I want you seeing him minimum 6 hours a day, right? But you can do as many as you want during his waking hours, which was a total of 11 hours a day. And she dropped it down to 2 hours a day, only a few days out of the time, not even seeing him the whole time. No therapy, no rehab, nothing else was done. And she thinks this judge is actually going to give her 50-50. And she truly believes in her mind that because her and Santos have a promise ring or whatever, that means he's family, so he's going to be able to be around the baby. He's not. He is not ever going to be able to be around baby W. During this time where you were supposed to be doing all this stuff to prove what a great mom you were, you've cut back on the time that you've seen him. Your boy toy has got a DV charge against you. I don't care that it was dropped. There was still an allegation. There was still something happened. There was still police activity. You also spent 2 days of your visitation time driving around LA trying to find flights instead of catching flight. You were trying to catch fights instead of catching flights. So you missed 2 days of visitation with your child, driving around looking for valet. For what? When you know valet would have mollywopped. She would have... Anyways, let me not go into that. Exactly. Nikki, absolutely. He was arrested. There's a report on it. And the report says that she said he pushed her and broke her stuff. Now, I've heard a lot of people say, well, that's not really DV because he didn't hit her. Where are we at in a society that that's what we think? Just because somebody didn't get hit, that makes it not DV. Realize DV can be emotional, mental, financial, sexual. It can be anything. As a matter of fact, all of those are much worse than the physical aspect of it. Yeah, Chris Different, Mop, 2K, all of them, they're just driving around, snowed out probably, allegedly, my opinion, instead of getting on a flight. I just don't grasp it. I want a child to see both parents, but when does it hurt the child? Does once a month hurt mentally? Yeah. I mean, right now, does it? Probably not, because he's not going to remember, right? But in about another year and a half, yeah, it's going to hurt. Especially once 2 years, about 3. It's going to be, because the time is just long enough to remember that person exists, but you don't care enough to really be in my life. I always say a popcorn parent is worse than an absentee parent. Either be there and be there very consistently, or just don't be there at all. Because when you pop in and out of a kid's life, that completely messes with them. That's where those abandonment issues and whatnot come in. You know what I'm saying? If they push you in anger, then see me. It has to hurt the entire family, including... Oh, absolutely. Oh, it's... it has got to be traumatized. And I've spoken on this a lot when people have... 2K had did it on, or stated on a live. Maybe it was a Chaps. I don't know. It was something. Somebody said... why do you say that you're getting, that he has trauma, that 2K has trauma from baby W's visit? They're like, how would that be traumatizing to you? And he's like, how would it not be traumatizing me? So I broke it down into more detail. When you are the main provider for your child, you're with your child every single day. That is who he knows and he loves, right? Is his dad and his grandma. That's who they look at to trust you for... take care of him, whatever, right? So now his dad or his grandma has to take him every day for 5 to 7 days, once a month, every single day. Take him and drop him off with a stranger. And it's in court docs that the baby cries hysterically because he's being handed to a stranger. So then baby W is probably looking at dad and grandma like, why? Why would you give me to this person? I don't want to go. I'm scared. I'm terrified. Why are you doing this to me? That's traumatizing. That's traumatic. How many parents do we see on videos and in movies and whatnot, the first time they take their kid to daycare, the first time they take their kids to school, kindergarten, whatever, and they leave their kid and their kid is crying and screaming and parents break down? It's because our kids are looking at us like, why would you just leave me with these random people? So yes, it's traumatic. It's traumatic for baby 2K. It's traumatic for 2K. It's traumatic for mama 2K. The only person it's not traumatic for is Bree, because Bree doesn't give a shit. She does not care. That's why it's not traumatic to her. Oh yeah, that first drop off at daycare is terrible. It was the same way when I put my daddy in a nursing home. I cried for 3 hours in the parking lot. I couldn't even leave because I was crying. So it's when you have somebody that loves you and they know that you're the person that's supposed to be protecting them and taking care of them, and you have to leave them with a complete and utter stranger. And then they get home and they finally get comfortable and get settled. And then you got to take them back the next day. Can you imagine by day 3, anytime they probably want to put baby W in the car, he probably fights getting in the car to get in his car seat because he's terrified they're going to take him back to that place. That's traumatic. That's traumatizing. And anybody who, especially any parent that says that that would not cause trauma on 2K is just absolutely mind-boggling. Oh, that damn wig was ridiculous. The kid doesn't know who you are to begin with, and here you are showing up in a damn wig to make yourself look absolutely different. Then you do, a couple days in the blonde wig, and then you go back to your black hair, and all of a sudden you show up looking like E.T. again. Well, hello. No worries, lovies. You feed your babies. Yeah, that's gonna mess with the kid. The kid doesn't know who you are. Like, why would you change your appearance like that? Listen. Damn woman gives me a headache. I gotta show you, just because you guys always crack about how light it is. Look at how light it is outside. Yeah, not even a good wig. And again, but the amount of money that she spends on absolutely everything else. But the visits are too expensive. Yeah, she changed her look 3 times. And then, oh my God, this idiot. She says, oh, maybe I should do a bob. Do you guys think I should do a bob? I'll do a bob for court. Because that's like looking like a mom. Bitch, we don't need you to look like a mom. We want you to act like a mom. We want you to be a mom. That's how you look like a mom. It comes naturally as soon as you actually are a mom. Showing up head to toe with your baby hairs laid and your wig installed and all of this other crap. No bags under your eyes, well rested. That's not a mom. That's not what a mom looks like. I'm confused. How did show something that's gonna get her in trouble? And no, I'm not. Oh, I don't know if it's gonna get her in trouble, Boxer Mom. But so her attorney has no evidence, right? There's nothing that Bree has to show that she's done anything great, right? So her attorney is going after the her attorney requested an extension to get the subpoena for the body cam footage and the 911 calls of the time where she napped baby W. Now, that does not help her case at all, right? Matter of fact, it's probably going to hurt her case more than help it. But then the day that they get it, Bree releases it out to the internet. So her attorney is going to be livid because you have that, attorney-client privilege thing, and you're putting the only evidence, right? And I say that in air quotes because, again, it only hurts her. But she put it out for monetary gain. She charged people $9 to see it, and then released all the only evidence they have. Blows my mind. Oh, yeah. That was just all for views. It was all for money. So I don't necessarily know that she's going to get into trouble, but her attorney absolutely could drop her because of that. Because when you break any type of attorney-client privilege, like releasing that type of information, that's why no one ever releases evidence. And that's what it's called. It's called evidence, right? Before trial. Because that's for the trial. It's for them to see. You just released it. It's probably not going to be shown. I don't know. Right, that goes against her, but why did she show it? It doesn't matter. Anyways, for monetary gain. Because she said she did it on a sub-only live, and so people were paying $9 to subscribe to see it. Well, if attorney drops her, she can be victim again. Right, and this is the other thing too. The judge has already said there will be no more extensions. Does not matter what happens, what's going on. Trial is continuing. I've been trying to contact AA Law Talk, and I don't know how to contact her because her account's private, so it doesn't even let me send her a message. Because I would love for her to. I'm dying to know her take on that. I hope she shows in person. Literally, I think that they do have to show for person. The July hearing, it's at the end of July sometime. That one is evidentiary, so I don't know if they have to show in person for that. But the trial, they do have to show in person, and that's August 22nd, I believe. Hope this shows the judge that she will show. Oh, absolutely, Sandra. I see that 100%. She acted stupid. Said I was wondering who was on the. I know, delicious. I was like, this Yahoo. 2K has to suffer through another month. Yes, it's mind-blowing. I just know he is just going to have such a sigh of relief when this is over. IDK, how messages work? I have sent you some before, but IDK. Oh, have you, love? Let me see. Oh, I just followed you back. If I'm not following you, there's like 12,000 messages in my non-following thing, so I don't see them. Oh, maybe she did email me before. I'll have to check it. That email's on this phone. I'll have to look. Yeah, because I would love for her to come up. She usually hops in at least periodically. I know, though, she did say this summer was pretty hectic for her, so. If she does not want baby W, then that is exactly what I keep saying. Just call and say, I don't need to go through this. I know right now what's best for me, and most importantly, what's best for baby W is for me to get better. and me not to be a part of his life right now. There's no reason to put him through that trauma. I need to take some time to better myself and get better. And then when I do, then I would like an opportunity to try again. But if not, no. Instead of keep dragging him through this. You know, like, state only has so long, or you only have so long before the state has to close out the case. I don't know how long that is in California. But why drag it out if you just know you're not going to get better? Or you're not going to try, you don't want to try. So, well, first of all, Sonia, how was I not following you? Oh, because you're private. You gotta accept me. I love that John is doing his self-love right now. Amen. Yes, he is doing a great job. And listen, I don't get, oh, absolutely, I say all the time, Haley, her hate for John overrides her love for baby W all of the time. She is more interested in trying to hurt that man than help that baby. And that is mind-boggling to me. I heard 2K say today, he's like, that's so crazy. Can you imagine being in a relationship where your girl, your fiance, your promiser, whatever, talks about her ex all of the time, every single day, even the day that you give her a promise ring, she's still talking about her ex. I'm like, ain't that the truth? Because she never stops talking about him. Yeah, she saw him this month for a whopping 8, maybe 10 hours. She only saw him, I believe, 5 of the 8 days, and she dropped her time down to 2 hours a month. I'm sorry, 2 hours a day. 2 hours a day. Can you believe that? Oh, here it is. And this is the month where the judge said she wanted her to up it to a minimum 6 hours a day. But there was no limit, right? Just during waking hours, which they had talked about their waking hours, and the time that the agency stopped. So it was 10 a.m. till 9 p.m. she could see him. So she could see him up to 11 hours a day, and she chose 2. And the two was because that's the bare minimum. That is the minimum that the agency requires. You have to do at least 2 hours. So she did the bare minimum. Ain't that a bitch? Calling John a bare minimum dad, and what are you doing? The damn bare minimum. Bree answer after the ring. Of course. Santos read. I just saw that before I came on. I'm like, what is happening here? What the heck is happening? Supposedly she doesn't know. She's just sitting there. Of course. And he goes and jumps on another guy. What is going on here? The sad part is I work more hours and... Amen, Ashley. Exactly. More hours in a day than she sees her child in a month. And each day she had to go and drink right after and take a nap because she was exhausted. And then this is when she finally admitted that she's just used to him just not being around. I think she does it because she knows this keeps her relevant even with the hate. I agree. She will do anything for money, views, clicks, to be relevant, all of that stuff. Even at the expense of her child. It blows my mind. But can rent Ruby's kids... Right, let's talk about that. Right? First of all, she would be the last person I'd ever let her... And I couldn't believe Ruby was just like, no, I'm leaving. And they're like, wait, you're really leaving? She's like, yeah, because if I stay here... Thank you, Kayla, level 12. Thank you so much, love. They're just gonna want me. And so she legitimately left 2 actual human beings that are breathing and actually need someone to take care of them. She left them with Dumb and Dumber over here. Don't have a clue what to do. I about fell out when the one girl started playing Okay by Dookie. That was so fun. That was the best part. Even that child knew. She was like, I'd rather be with this person right here. Yeah, letting the kids fall in the, or not fall in, but like hang over the pool and they're just lounging back. Oh my gosh. Trying to act like the dot call today. That's, yeah, it is all, everything that they say, you guys, is fake. Unless it comes out in some type of court documentation, it's fake. They will say and do anything for clicks and views. I will never get why somebody will sub to them or even pay for the TTS. They don't have feelings. They legitimately don't have feelings. So paying to tell them how horrible people they are, they don't care. It doesn't hurt them. It just pads their pocket. And right now, they seem to really be hurting for money. They're walking all over yesterday, and they're like, someone's like, why don't you guys just get a car? And they're like, we can't get a car right now. Our expenses are like $30,000, $40,000 a month. Just last night's dinner was $2,000. That's because you're living above your lifestyle. You're trying to live like you belong in Beverly Hills. Well, neither one of you belong there. Go back to where you came from. Live in a modest lifestyle within your tax bracket. Talking about John can't even drive up the driveway to the tax bracket when you can't even get in the tax bracket to go to that house that everyone has now been kicked out of. And now Valet apparently is going back to Texas. She doesn't know where she's going to go, how she's going to get there. Fucking Ash is home. All these people that talked about money and called all of us stupid brokies, we can't afford nothing. Ash is homeless, Jordan's homeless, Itai's homeless, Valet is homeless. Everybody's homeless. Everybody's homeless. Bree and Santos got themselves a little apartment, but they travel all over the place. Who knows how long that'll even be. So you have to really watch the energy that you put out. I think a lot of people on this app are starting to see that. The energy that you put out to the people and the way that, right, I'm not homeless, you're not homeless, we're not homeless. We just brokies over here with homes, foods to eat, and our kids. Ain't that something? Yeah, they're going to have to remove Valet because Jordan took off with all her money. She don't have a way to go back to Texas. And she's not somebody that's going to be able to, on her own, not control nice, but contribute, right? To be able to actually keep a conversation going and keep people engaged, to keep people to stay. She's not going to be able to do that. Yep, broke from paying our bills for us to have a roof over our head and food in our, a car to drive. We got cars. We got, our kids are clothed and taken care of and all that stuff. Do you think she'll ever see her money again? I've probably not. No, she gave up her entire life, her kids, everything. And now Valet has also said she has zero connection to her youngest child. She has no connection. She misses her oldest child, but she has zero connection with her youngest child. Well, that's because you DoorDashed his ass at about 5 weeks old. So that's why you have no connection. But it's still mind-blowing that you've seen them a couple times and you have no connection. So she's hoping that she's going to go back to Texas and just pop back in and just be able to get the kids and do whatever. That's not right. That's not how that... I can't see... Alex doing that. Now, I will say, I've been very pro Alex. I grasp he is very young because he's only 18. But him meeting up with Brian Santos was not a good look because he had a one-up. Well, he had many ups, right? But one of his biggest ups that he had on Valet for the court case was her being around people doing the things that Santos and Bree do, and now he just did it. You know what I'm saying? So that's not a good look. Hold on. Oh, I thought I heard something. Not Valet's not becoming friends with it. Lord Jesus, people will do anything for clout. I tell you, there's not enough money in this world. I think that's the difference, right? Is that between us and other people who will quickly flip-flop or that will become friends with Brie Santos, whatever, for clout, for clicks, for views, for money, for whatever. I have no clue what a 30, 40 something year old would have to do or have in common with Brie Santos. For Uncle Fester to be like, if you had the opportunity to meet Brie Santos, wouldn't you do it too? No. And then you have creators on here. Oh, Brie Santos. Oh, if you guys can just clip views to make us our videos to make us look a better light, we'll pay you. Oh, okay, I'll do it. Okay, well, okay, and da da da. Let me do that for you, and start doing that, and then you never got paid, and now you just turned your back on 2K, which is the responsible parent, the one that's doing what he's supposed to do. That blows my mind. Now who do you have to go to? You'll find another creator on here, and I don't know. I'm not like that. I am loyal to a fault. And I've said many times, the only way I would ever flip-flop on 2K is if he was to get back together with Brie, and that would never happen. And even then, that would just tell me then that she's actually done something right and she's got herself together, so I probably wouldn't even then. How can Brie send cease and desist but still talk about... Right? Brie said today she booked her flight to Dallas for August visitation this morning. We'll see. She may have booked her flight, but did she book the visitations, I wonder? Brie's like, of course she was wearing the Rolex E-tie allegedly didn't buy. Oh, it's the baby. I was like, what does that sound? Alexa said they don't want to fight Valet in court. They want her to be a mom. That's good. I hope so. I hope that that's what happens. I hope Valet wants to do that. And I hope that she gets her crap together. I've said the whole time that Valet actually has natural motherly instincts. And that was, at least to me, I saw, was apparent when Brie had baby W. And Brie was just like, there's like, the whole time Brie's had W, I've never seen her just naturally be able to mother the child, right? When he's uncomfortable. First of all, she can't even hold him right. It's all awkward and uncomfortable. And the baby's crying. She doesn't know what to do. And we'd always hear Valet, like, pick him up and comfort him. So I feel like Valet has natural motherly instincts that Brie doesn't have. So I feel like she could naturally go back into that role. And I've said from the beginning, she needs to get away from Santos, Brie, Jordan, all of them, and maybe she could get her life back and be better. And it sucks that she gave up this much time to try to get all this money, and Jordan took the money and ran. I don't know why she thinks that's a shock. But to be on live the other day for all these months calling everybody broke bitches and you guys can't do this and can't have this, and she had to call to try to borrow $150. Mind blown. And she's sitting in a house that they're getting evicted out of because she doesn't have money to get back. Mind blown. Yeah. Apparently that's what she was saying. She was like, but again, the story was going back and forth. Again, we have to read. Thank you, Joy. We have to read between the lines, right? And try to figure out what makes sense as to what would be real. People were like, so he took your money? Because she was like, well, he said he was going to leave it behind the mirror. And then I was like, well, put the money behind the mirror, but he didn't put it behind the mirror. So she kept saying something about behind the mirror. That he said he was going to leave it there. Then he said he did leave it there. Then she said, well, she saw it there, but it's not there. But it's not only just the cash money. It's also her cards. She has no cards, no cash money, no nothing. I don't even know if she has her ID. If he took all of that, how is she going to get back to Texas? Watch for the GoFundMe. Don't fall for it. She should have been putting money away this entire time. This absolute entire time. She should have had a private place, a private account, whatever. Because mind you, remember, they all said, and this came out from a reliable source, that they all signed over all of their passwords to all their social medias and their bank accounts. Oh, I don't know. I think it was I doubt it was for a bling ticket. I can't see Vale now that she's so bougie, you know, getting on a bus. I have a feeling her family would probably help her out with a plane ticket. I think it was just for food or something is what she had said. Yeah, she's needed groceries. I have no thoughts on Kayla's baby's arms and legs, love. If it's okay to come in and ask a question, but please just ask on it. Don't spam the chat with, please. I don't know that her family hates her. I just know that they were not really happy with her, but her mom has stood by her side. Her mom has been there to help. She tried to help nap the kids. She's the one that pepper sprayed them all, so who knows? Has Bree put anything away for... Oh, absolutely not, Mary. We know that. A savings, a trust... No. She doesn't even buy him diapers. Oh, you don't have to have an ID for a bus ticket? I still can't see Vale. I think she'll figure something else out. I feel like she went from being in the lifestyle of not knowing how to pay bills to living in this multi-million-dollar mansion and eating out at all the finest places and having all this other stuff. I can't see her sitting on a bus. I'll be interested. Now, again, we're different people, right? Not me and you, but her and I. Anything to get back to my kids. I'd fucking hitchhike to get back to my kids. I don't know how long she's going to sit in that house alone. Yeah, that's going to be very interesting to see how much child support Bree's going to pay, because she thinks that hiding the money is going to work. That doesn't work. It's all going to be tracked. It's all going to come back to you. What the kill? I would not be surprised. Dan just comes in. He wanted her anyways. Oh wait, what did Matt had her say? I feel like the judge has been too nice. So I went judge. Oh wait, what did class? Okay, so I'm trying to keep up in this conversation here. What did classic say? Oh, here. I'm afraid to think that way, but I'm confident it wouldn't go that way, but we shall see. Yeah, I think the judge is, I think the judge is done. The judge has told her there's no more extensions. Trial starts August 22nd, period. No extensions, no nothing. She also, this was their, this was their chance too. She said, we're basically giving you a reset, right? May 2nd to August 22nd. I'm going to look at what's happening in that time. What's happening in between May 2nd and August 22nd. She has said what she expects. Therapy, rehab, increasing her visitation, a minimum of 6 hours a day, but up to 11 hours a day. She did all of the opposite. She took a class and decreased her visitation to less days and less time. I believe she still has an attorney. Now, her attorney could drop her for her releasing all of the information. I don't know. The judge has to give her a certain amount of chances so she can go back and... Yeah, for appeal reasons. Yeah, but she's done that. She's given her plenty of chances, so it'll be interesting. Yeah, I don't know if Vale and Jordan will ever see each other again. We all took the class with her because because even that she did on stream. That's going to be brought up. It didn't say anything. It just said for her to do therapy and rehab. I feel like the attorney is in on it. Wait, you feel like Bree's attorney is in on what? Interesting. Yeah. What did I miss on those two? Oh, I missed you. Yeah, the attorney's brand new. The attorney, when she came in May 2nd, she'd only had the case for like a week.